All right, hello everyone. It is day number 360 complete. Hi there, I'm the Pathwalker. I upload daily videos on how my day went. Did I do everything I planned on doing or not? How did I do overall? What's the plan for tomorrow? What did we learn for today? How do we do better? And just sharing that with you guys. Kind of fun to do a little 360 for the special video. I actually did it last time more spontaneously, but I realized my microphone wasn't recording. So thankfully, I only was doing it for 3 minutes, but let's get into it. I didn't floss last night and I didn't go to sleep on time. It's 2:48 a.m. Better than when I started recording last time. I think it was like 2:50, 2:55 a.m. or something. So there is an improvement. I could have started recording earlier, but I'll explain what I was doing. Um, the issue last night was we ended up going to sleep at about 5:30 a.m. Now that is better than what we did uh, what we did yesterday, because yesterday I think we went to sleep at 5:40 a.m. The real good news is that we managed to have time away from our phones both before bed and when we woke up. But the issue that I found and the reason why I counted wake up as a success, despite not having woken up at 12:30 p.m., I actually woke up at 1:40 p.m., is because I realized why my stomach was hurting the other night. It hurt again tonight, and I realized I'm constipated. And I did have some improvement in that today, but basically I woke up at like 9:30 or 9:40 a.m. and I was having pain. I went to the bathroom. I was there for a while. Then I went downstairs, talked to my mom, tried to eat, drink some things to help it, and then I would wake up here and there. Like that's been an issue with my sleep, and I'm convinced it's because of this. So we woke up at 1:40 p.m. We didn't have an egg meal because we were rushed because I really wanted to rock climb today because I missed yesterday. Um, and we had a really good session. We got there late. It was only 50 minutes about at most that I got, but I still felt really good about it. And I can see myself improving, and I'm just loving that aspect of it. Because we didn't climb that much, I actually feel good with rock climbing tomorrow, and the reason for that is because normally I take a rest day. The reason for that is on Sunday I'm going to be seeing some family friends, and I don't really think I'll have a good time to fit when to go rock climbing. Other than that, basically everything got done. Abstinence, a little bit funky, a little bit funky. Now, when I say funky, I mean we did great. In the morning, no issues, no nothing. It was right near the end of tonight where I was kind of chilling after I finished doing my Twitch work, which I did, which I'm happy about. Um, and in a way, the good news is I didn't like look at anything. I didn't look at any pornography, but I kind of like uh, I kind of was like checking on some updates to see if there was anything like new or something like that, which I do consider a fail. That isn't the right way. But that said, I saw the way my mind was working. I saw the way I was like changing my mind. And I actually had so many instances today of just wanting to scroll on my phone and just stopping. And I loved that. I thought about the idea of walking downstairs when that was an issue because I did have to stay after work a little bit, but it turns out that I was able to just, the moment I thought of that, I thought, okay, no, we're just dropping our phone. And I was really amazed at how many times I kind of dropped my phone after just being on it for like a minute. So really happy about that. Um, so for the breakdown, let me just make sure this is good. Okay. Cereal, rock climbing, walk dog, cold shower, had salad as my middle meal, wrote tomorrow's schedule, and Twitch work. So for the Twitch work, we haven't done this in a long time. I did a little touch-ups to the biography of my channel. I little touch-ups to my channel points, and I made one new emote. So I was really happy about that. I haven't had an emote in a really long time, so I really like the fact that I actually like did something new. And I look forward. And also, but the most important part was I kept looking and thinking I went on Fiverr. I was thinking, oh, I could hire and pay for some new emotes, but I was still thinking, what do I really want my emote to be? And I thought, I think I want to give this a little bit more time, but I like the fact that mine was there. I started to think about what content I have planned. I had some ideas for notifications, but I think that's going to be the next thing. I have alerts, notifications, like when someone donates bits to me. That's the one that I really like to change. Um, but I really like the way that my mind started focusing again on the big picture of how I want to make some differences. So really happy about that. Apart from that, let's go for our plan for tomorrow, which is that, and by the way, yeah, Twitch work. So I ended up kind of staying later at work. I ended up finishing work around like staying because I had some extra stuff to do around 12:30, 12:40 a.m. Then I kind of chilled out a little bit here and there, but then I started doing the Twitch stuff, and then it was like 2:10 or something, and then chilled until like 2:45-ish or 2:40, what have you. So I'm not too upset. Could have been better. Could have uploaded this video sooner, but we are making progress, and that's all that matters in my eyes. I'm gonna be cooking some tacos again. The ground beef's already done, so I'll be able to finish this up quickly. Um, Realistically speaking, this is probably more realistic, but anyways, I'll leave it at 4 a.m. again. We're gonna wake up just basically very similar to yesterday's schedule. Practically identical here because I'm gonna go rock climbing again because I really want to, and we have our stream. And that's basically it. Not much to say. So for our goal viewer, I'm going to leave sleep again where it is. I like the fact that I was still able to wake up and go rock climbing despite the tough sleep situation. So this is almost an orange in my mind because of that. Nutrition's good. We had tacos for the first time in a long time. Rock climbing is almost starting to get into like a mid green, which I'm really liking. Job, I'm working hard, getting a little discouraged about some things revolving my manager and what it is, but with in terms of what's in my control, I'm feeling good about how I'm doing and my general vision for how things are going. Family, friends, romantic, again, abstinence. I actually, despite failing, I don't know if I said that because I had to re-record this video of that. Hold on, before I get to that, because that's a big point. Dog walking's good, grooming's good, laundry, grooming. I guess we could put now at like a light blue. I guess we could say. Um, Laundry cleaning. Nothing else to change really. Twitch emotes, even though I did make one emote, I have more planned. I kind of plan on making it more official, like hiring someone to make some better stuff. But yeah, and that's basically it. So on the, oops, my mistake there. I renamed it the wrong thing. There we go. So on the topic of like romantic and my issue with pornography, I don't know if I mentioned it in this video or not, but I was doing really good in the morning. Sorry if I'm repeating myself on this, but then right near the end, I kind of gave in a little bit. I was peaking a little bit, but nothing really ended up happening, and I love the fact that I recovered. Oh yeah, I did say it in this video, but my point was there were times where I was like, nah, I don't want to do this. We're not doing this, right? I had moments of temptation that I changed, and then I had like a weird one because it's like I wasn't explicitly going to look at something, but I kind of checked if there was updates, which I do consider a fail. However, in that moment, I was like, no, I don't want to do this. I don't want to look at more or things. And then I started going into my head, right? I'm trying to disconnect myself from looking at things on my screen. So I went in my head. And without being too graphic or descriptive, because it's just not really a topic I think is that appropriate or it's a little weird. But one of the problems that I have is I've mentioned this before. It's that my issues with the pornography use that I have is it's something that I've had since I was very very young, and it goes in an unnatural direction. When I say unnatural, I mean not like normal sex, not normal like what it is. And I don't have the immediate like desire to like I like women. I can find a woman attractive. I'd like to, I don't know, kiss them, be intimate with them, hug them, hold them, cuddle together, all of that stuff that I really like, that any like companionship side. But on the sexual side, I don't have this immediate like mindset of that. And I know some people will think that's a good thing, and I do believe to some degree it is a good thing. But the problem is, I think that causes me to not have as much of this hunger to find someone. And that's one of the issues I have. I don't really try. And I feel like if I had my sexual side more in that direction, then that would be the case. So I ended up, just checking on some updates, and nothing ended up happening. But then I went to my head. I'm like, okay, let's not look at anything. Let's just go in our head. And then I actually started to think of normal stuff like normal sex, and I really liked the way that it went. I felt like I was actually in a very good spot. Something that I'm also considering that's on my mind is, again, I'm not trying to be too graphic, but just or not orgasming, not having that release. I'm thinking of, in my ideal sense, and this is what I wanted to do months ago, but it didn't work out. I wanted to do no pornography and no release of any kind. And that unfortunately got me into like a dark place. So that's why I'm trying to measure myself. But the reason why is I feel like if I am able to abstain from all of that, it will motivate me to seek someone out in person. And that's I don't think it's like a shallow thing. I don't think of it like, oh, I'm gonna see someone and I'm just gonna think sexual thoughts. I don't think that. I just think that's a component to being attracted to someone and wanting to do something about it. So that's kind of where I'm a little bit in a mix up about, because I've been in multiple times throughout this course of this series. I have had moments where I've been in a dark place, and I know that abstaining from releasing cause has been the cause of that a lot of the time. So I'm thinking for now, we're going to really work on just focusing on no pornography or imagery or anything, and doing releases with my thoughts. And I'll just leave it at that. Anyways, I feel good about myself. I feel good. I felt good, tonight, and how I changed. I like the fact that I'm clearly seeing a change in the way that I'm dealing with my phone and when I'm looking at it. I'm seeing a change starting to happen, but the most important thing is that this is only part of the way, and and for anyone who is in a similar situation where you're starting to actually see positive changes in something you've been struggling with for a long time, don't get too excited. And when I say too excited, I mean like be proud of yourself, recognize what it is, but understand that like we're still going, and there's probably gonna be an even harder moment in the future from this point. So don't like get lazy, don't slack off, don't think it's over and things are going to be good. Recognize that this change takes time. It's going to take more and more time. And that's kind of my mindset with all of this. Again, I'm really excited that we're coming up soon, right up to a year of doing this. Like I mentioned, there's things I would have liked to have probably done by now, but we can't win them all. But I do feel really good overall. Uh, overall, I feel really good this month. I feel like this month we've really been doing really well, and I'm really happy about that. And I really want to keep it going, and hopefully by a year. But I don't want to pressure myself too much. Like, oh, you got to really change everything in 5 days now. Like, I'm not. I don't want to set unrealistic expectations. But I feel like I'm gonna look back, and I know I started thinking, I was like, man, we're gonna get a year, we're gonna see a bunch of long-term goals we didn't do, we're gonna see a bunch of stuff we didn't do, but that's okay. And to me, the fact that I'm on a roll right now, recent, it's not hasn't been that long, but we've been doing real well in a lot of areas. That to me is the most important part. I got to this point. Maybe it took a year, and yes, I've had moments like this in the past, but I want to keep this going. I want to foster this. I want to show you guys that you can get to this too if you're struggling yourself. Anyways, I'll leave you guys with that. I appreciate you guys for watching. I'm gonna eat some tacos, and I'll see you guys in the next one.